What is up, guys? SIMPLEFX back with another YouTube video. Thank you guys for stopping by to my channel. I know it's been a while since I dropped a video lately, but I've been working hard trying to put out some really good content for my students. So now this video is going to be about backtesting. I get a lot of questions asking me, Charlene, how do you backtest? What do you look for? How do you, properly look at your pairs to study it, to understand what it did in the past so you can understand what it's going to do in the future? What are some important things to look for? How do you map it out? We're going to be going over all of that today. I'm going to be doing some live backtesting for you guys today. We're actually going to be looking at GBP. For the most part, because that is the pair that I usually trade. Mostly GBP pairs, GBP JPY, GBP AUD are my favorite pairs, as you guys already know. So we're going to be focusing more on GJ today, okay? Also, the market is open. It is Sunday night. The market is currently open, so right now it is moving. I'm not going to take any live trades. I don't trade on Sundays, but this session is strictly for, backtesting and helping you guys understand how to backtest. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I backtest, what I look for, and how I use those specific techniques to help me, for the coming days and weeks ahead with my trades. So, let's just jump right into it. Just to drown out some of the background noise. I got some rain in my background here, so I'm going to put on some background music, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get started. So basically, here on GJ is a very volatile pair, as most of you already know, right? So when you're backtesting, mostly what you want to look for is when GJ made a decent move, right? The way you backtest is you have to find somewhere on the chart where price made a big move, and ask yourself, how could I have caught that move? What could I have looked for? What confirmations or confluences should I have been looking for in order for me to have caught that move had I been watching the market at that time? So the way I like to backtest is I actually go to the daily time frame on my chart here. Over here, we're looking at the daily, and I just look for my specific session. I mostly trade London and New York. So I would look down at, pick a date like here, March 18th of this year. You know what? Let's start here. Let's start right here. Well, see where we are right now. Find a good spot. Yeah, let's start right here, right around this area here, right? So we're going to do some back testing here. We're going to use bar replay to do some back testing. And let's use cross here. And we'll start it right here on the 20th. All right. Okay, so we are on the 19th of May, 2020 this year. So we'll drop down to the 4 hours just to get an idea of what session we're in here, right? So right here, 5-9. So right around like late, the ending of London into New York session over here, kind of super late into that. Actually, you know what? Let's back up a little more so we could do London session. All right. So we'll start it back here. Good. Okay. Okay, cool. So now we are right in the middle or the start of London session. Okay, really good session for me. Session I usually trade. There's a lot of volume, a lot of volatility in that session. So we're going to start from there. Okay, so we're going to start out with the daily, weekly time frame. Okay. All right, and right now we are what looks like to be kind of ranging, right? Kind of a ranging market, still in somewhat of a, kind of a downtrend, if you will, here. This high wasn't broken. It's kind of been maintaining this level here, and then prices continuing to drop down here. So we're more of in a bearish market here on a weekly time frame. So if we look at the daily time frame, kind of the same situation here. All right. So we're still kind of coming down, melting. We're still retracing a little bit, making lower lows and lower highs, but market's still coming down nonetheless. So we're going to look for some highs here. We don't really have much to go off here. The market is super choppy. So I'm going to put a resistance level up here. And naturally, I'd be looking for sells, right? Naturally, I'm looking for sells because we are in a bearish market. So I'm going to look for sells. Not much of a support here. We do have this major QP that was broken. Price closed below with no wick, and then it pushed all the way back up to retrace, and price is bouncing out around up here at that point in time. So not much of a low here. So let's see if we can get more of a confirmation on our 4-hour time frame. So this was our daily high here. Let's make this a little darker. This is a little too light. Make it, there we go. All right. And then we've made a support down here. Okay. So we have somewhat of a support that was created down here. Price broke, couldn't maintain, and now it's continuing to push up. So let's see here. We are 1 o'clock in the morning at this point here. So we should be seeing some movement in the market here, some movement. So let's drop down some more. Look at the 1 hour time frame. A little bit of choppiness, which is expected. Usually when the, markets is slow after Asian session, so you can't expect too much. But look at how price rejected right off the QP. Right off the QP, price rejected off of that. So it could go up, it could come down. I'd be looking for sells naturally, right, guys? Because we're in a bearish market. However, I don't like the sells that I'm seeing here because it's a lot of choppiness, a lot of consolidation here. So I don't like that. So when you're back testing, guys, you want to look for clean moves, right? You don't just want to take random trades just because you see it there and you want to just jump into something. You want to back test as if you're actually trading live in the market to see what you would have saw or how you would have caught a move if you would have waited, if you would have executed. What would you have done if you have saw certain things? So here, if I'm looking at this move here, I don't really see much of anything here, okay? We are in a bearish market, so I want to be looking for sell. So naturally, I'd be looking for resistances to be formed for me to take this sell down. And price naturally reacted off of this level here, strong rejection, and price seems to be closing down below the QP here. If it continues down, I don't have a trade. I don't have a move here because there's no, confirmation for me to take a sell here. Looking back at the 4 hour, we can see we made a strong rejection. Well, not a strong rejection, but much of a rejection because price came down. Buyers came back in the market and is pushing the market back up. So right now, I can expect to take some buys because the market could be making a retracement to come back up. Because if you look here, price came down, made a lower high, lower low, lower high. Now it made a low. Now it probably needs to come back up to retest this high to continue its way back down. So right now, my bias for now is going to be buys for now, based off of the higher time frame. Okay, higher time frame, guys, is king. Okay, so let's look some more. Okay, we do have this high that was created here. Let's make this a little chunkier. All right, we do have a little bit of noise in this area here, which kind of a minor resistance area there. I'm not too worried about that because looking at it on the 4 hour, it's not that. Nah, I wouldn't worry about that level too much. But let's see what the market does. Let's look at the 30-minute real quick. Okay, and we are 4:30 in the morning at this point in time, so smack in the middle or towards the beginning of London session. And this is closing bearish now. So let's see if it continued down. It continued up, but at this point in time, I don't have a move. Okay, no trade at this point. So let's continue and see what the market does. Okay, now it's breaking up. It's breaking up into this level here. I actually want to see a break of this level here for me to look for buys. For me to look for buys right up to probably this area right here. Okay, and this is a 42 pip zone. 42 pips, not bad. Okay, so let's continue and see what happens. All right. Okay, now we have a break above. Okay, we have a break above here and a close above. So now I want to see a support being formed for me to take a buy up. Can I take an impulse entry here to trade, continue it up? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Let's look at the 1 hour. Okay. Yeah, most likely, yeah. I probably could, but looking at because you always want to go off the higher time frames, right? Could I take an impulse entry here to take this all the way up? Yeah, because on the higher time frames, this looks choppy here, but if you go up the higher time frames, you'll see clean traffic going up. So, you know what? And if we did, even on the 30-minute, this candle is a huge candle. So I wouldn't take this trade simply because the stop loss would be too big, right? Because this candle's too big, your stop loss needs to be below the current candle's high or the previous candle's low. I'm sorry, the current candle's low or the previous candle's low. So this would be too big of a stop for me to use, right? If I was to enter, this is like 18, 20 pip stop, too big. Let's look at the 15-minute though. Okay, 15-minute looks a little bit more manageable. Let me see here. 14, 15 pips. Kind of a big stop, but you know what? On the 15-minute, it looks a little more manageable than the 30. So let's take a long position here. All right, price is up here already, so we even missed much of our entry, right? So we're gonna take a buy here. Candle close with no wick at the bottom, indicating no selling pressure. Okay, and let's take it up to this level up here. This was our 30-minute resistance, so we're gonna take it up here, and let's give it a try and see how this trade plays out. Okay, boom. All right, good. So we're good for this one here. Now price should start retracing in this area, right around this area here. Okay, so here I take profit. We already take profit, so this trade is done. So let's see where price retraces from, because it needs to retrace to make us to create a support to continue bullish. Boom, there's our retracement. Okay, so it's starting to come down, and we're on the 15-minute time frame, so this is a 15-minute candle. So let's see if another bullish candle forms here to form a support for us to continue up. And if it does continue up, where would our next TP be? Probably this area up here. Okay, so we're gonna mark this off right around this area right up here. Okay, let's look at the 1 hour real quick. Okay, a little bit choppy, but not too bad. Okay, so it's starting to retrace a little bit on the 30. Let's continue and see. Let's look at the 15-minute though first. Okay, so yeah, 15-minute is looking better. On the 15, it's created a support down here for it to continue bullish. So I'm gonna put a small support level down here. Okay, and price is pushing up. It's broken all these highs and it's pushing up. So you know what? I'm gonna take a buy. I'm gonna take a buy. Another long position in this area here. I'm gonna put my stop right under the current candle's low. Make it a little bit more to withstand the spread. Okay, and we're gonna go for, this is a 40 pips. You know, we're scalpers. We don't usually go for that much, but let's see what we have here. Okay. All right, moment of truth. Boom, boom. Continuing up. So guys, second trade won. Okay, what happened? Price continued up, rejected at this area. Okay, rejected at this area that we had marked off in the 30-minute, as I stated. Came down, created a support, continued up, broke this high, and now it's continuing up. So those are my confirmations for me to take this buy. Okay, this is how I would have entered the trade had I been watching the charts at this time. Okay, I would have waited for these confirmations and taken the buy. I keep my stop below this candle's low, and it continued up. Can we let a runner run and continue up? Yeah, probably. I would have closed out at one of these points already. But we can expect another retracement for it to continue up. What session are we in? Are we still in London? Okay, we're in New York session. Still in New York session. Still a lot of volume in the market. Okay, so can price continue up? We have a wick fill here on the 15. Let's look at the 30. Yeah, it should continue up. Can we expect a retracement? Absolutely. So let's look at it on the 15, because the 15 has been a little more cleaner for us. And let's see how market plays out. It's still pushing. Now it's retracing. Coming back down. Coming back down. It should retrace at this low. It made a low over here. It should retrace at this level. Either this level or this level for it to continue bullish. Okay. So let's see if it retraces. Well, we'll leave that there and we'll leave this here. If it retraces here, then we'll retrace at that level. If not, it'll retrace down here. But let's see. Okay. Retrace right around the same area. Okay. So can we take a buy here? Naturally, possibly we could, because our stop is, it's a low risk trade. Our stop would be low and our risk would be up here. Would I take this in real time? Probably. Let me see. Let's look at it real quick. I mean, yeah. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Okay. Because it's the same setup as before. It's the same setup as down here. Came up, retraced, continued up. Came down, retraced, should continue up. So let's look for the same thing. Okay, same setup. So our stop is going to be, we'll put it right at this level here. Okay, right below here. So we're at a 5 pip stop. And let's say retest this high. Let's say price should come up to retest this high here. And it should break it, naturally. Should break it. So let's keep it up here. All right, I'm going to bring this in some, and let's see what happens. Oh, boom. There it is. Same setup, guys. There it is. Okay, so good trade. Good setup. So you want to look for the same moves. Okay, price comes up, retrace, continue. Let price create its support for price to support the movement, and let it continue up. And it did the same thing down here. Came up, created a small resistance, came down, support, and then continued up. Should price continue up here? We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But if price comes up and retraces again, guess what? We're going to look for the same setup again. All right, so let's close this out and see what happens. Okay, retracing all the way back down. Now, if I see a bullish candle form here, can I take a buy? Probably, yeah, but let's see if this lower high gets broken. If this lower high gets broken, then we could be making a push back down to the downside. All right, so let's see what price does here. And no, I'm not taking a trade here. There we go. All right, we formed a resistance, and it looks like we're coming down. It looks like we're coming down. I'm gonna move this here. Okay, and if price break, well, actually no, I'm not gonna move that there because I already had that level here. So I'm gonna move this level up here, and then I'm gonna put this here. I'm not taking a trade until I see price break this support down here. Okay, if price breaks this, then I'm taking this trade to come down to this last level of support. So let's see. Okay, we retraced off this level, so we didn't come down. We retraced off it. We broke this high. So are we still in a buyer's market? Yeah, this wasn't broken. If this was broken, it would have continued down. It should have, but it wasn't broken. It's continuing back up. So do I have another buy opportunity here? Yeah, I might have another buy. If I can move this support down here, I have this that was created here. This candle's breaking these highs. So should this continue up? Absolutely. So you know what? I'm going to pretend as if this is my first trade of the day, and I'm going to come to the markets right here. Now, this is a big stop, okay? Big stop. 15 pip stop. That's a big stop where price is right now, okay? I'm going to put this accurately here. Price is here. Our stop is going to be below this, but let's look at it. We are on the 15-minute, okay? So this is a risky trade, right? Because we have a huge stop. But look at the ratio here for it to come up to retest this high here, okay? So I'm going to have confidence in this trade and say that it's going to continue up to retrace now that it's come down. Did not break this last lower high, so price should naturally continue bullish. So let's see what happens. Now, I would not be in the trade this long, okay? I would not. Once price came up here and it came up to this, probably this area, whatever 10 or 15 pips is, I would have gotten out. Okay, so we're here, we entered here, price never like straight into profit from here. Continued up, and we are at this level here, it was up 15, 16 pips at that level there. And then it started retracing back down. Once I saw this candle start breaking this low, for sure I would have probably gotten out of the trade. So I wouldn't be in it this long. But let's ask ourselves, hey, why did the market start ranging like this? You know, why did it move, you know, so much like this and then come here and then just start chopping over here? This is the worst setup that you want to be in. You never want to be in a trade where you have the market bouncing in and out like this. Okay, this is ugly. So let's close this out here and see why. Look what time we're in. Okay, 15:30. So that's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, so that's why the market is chopping up like this, because there's no more volume, there's no more volatility. So if I was to get in this trade right here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it came up, more than likely I probably would have closed out for sure. Got out of the trade, because you don't want to be trading GJ at that time anyway. Okay, so good trade. So I think we're 3 for 3 right now. Okay, we haven't had a trade hit our stop yet. So right now we are closing in on market close. So let's let the market go for a little bit and get back in for our Asian session. So we're at, all right, 7:45 now. So Asian session is coming up here. So we have a resistance that was broken here. Okay, we have a resistance that was broken on a 30-minute time frame. Wow, very nice setup on the 30-minute time frame. So right now I'm looking at buys. I am looking at total buys for this setup here. Okay, let's come back down to the 30-minute. We have a support that's being a retest and a support that's being formed here. So you know what? Now that this candle's already created a bottom wick and it's starting to push up, I'm going to take a buy. Okay, I'm going to take a buy in this session here. So I'm going to bring my stops right under that candle wick, nice and tight, right? And we already know Asian session is slow. It's a slow session, okay? So this trade might take a little while to play out, but let's see what happens, okay? So yeah, we're looking at 28 pips. to go up here, and we're looking at a 3 pip stop. 3 pips. All right, so let's let this play out and see what happens. Oh, boom. Wow. 4 for 4, guys. Wow, GJ is beautiful for this session. Did I trade this day? I don't know. Anyway, beautiful move. Okay, and this is a 15-minute candle, guys. 15-minute candle. Look at how close it came to hitting our stop. Look at that. Let me zoom in. Can we zoom in some so you guys can see? Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at how close it like tapped our stop loss and almost took us out of the trade. And then it completely shot up for the full TP, for the full 28 pips, and even went up actually 31 pips. Okay, 31 pip move, guys. How did I enter this trade? Why did I enter this trade? It's not just about catching the actual move and saying, oh my God, I won. No, it's asking yourself, how did I win that trade? What did I see? How was it that I was able to execute on this trade, and why did I see the move? I saw the move because we finished the close of the market. Market is coming up. It formed a support down here on the 15-minute, broke this high, this resistance that we saw in the 30-minute. And then if we look left, we're looking at really nothing to, oh, let's change this color. I can't see. And if we look left, we really can't see anything here that's stopping this this candle from continuing, you know, on its way up. And then it came back to retest what? This last wick high here. So if I put a level here, price tapped it. So what should it start doing at this level? It should start retracing. It should start retracing. So if you didn't take profit at that point, you're a knucklehead. But if you did, great. But over here, it's retracing a little bit. So right here, what should we start seeing here? A nice bullish, bearish candle start to come down to retrace to probably continue up or come straight on back down. Usually we don't see moves like this in agent session. Right at 8 o'clock. Look at this move happened exactly at 8 o'clock, which is beautiful. So what should we start seeing is some sort of retracement for it to continue up, or a move right back down to correct this move, whatever that means. Okay, because it could have been news, it could have been anything. Normal market movement during that time could be, might not be, who knows, right? That's the uncertainty of forex trading. All right, so so let's continue. Let's see what this next candle does. I'm expecting to see a nice big bearish candle come right back down. There we go, boom, coming right back down. Okay, if I see a support being formed for another buy, there's another buy opportunity. If not, this is coming all the way right back down to retest this low that it created here. Okay, and am I trading at this time in this market? No, because now we're leaning into the Tokyo session, which is a super slow session. This should just start ranging. It should start chopping. You should see a lot of wicking out, a lot of little baby candles forming. You're not going to see much of anything happening because it's out of session for this pair. Okay, and there we go. Oh, wait a minute. You had to move here. You had to move to the downside. No, didn't. No choppiness. It continued moving. All right, so we have a push all the way down and a rejection at this level, this last level of support down here, and now its price is pushing up. Do we have a trade? No, because candles are bearish right now, so we're pushing down, and this candle closed bullish, so we do not have a trade. So right at this point, you're waiting. Also, you're out of session. Okay, 3 reasons why you shouldn't be in this trade. And what time is it now? Okay, 12:30 in the morning. Okay. See a whole bunch of up and down movement going on here. Bad time to be in the market. So no trade, guys. Wow. And this happened at 2 o'clock in the morning, pre-London session. And where did price react from? Same level that it reacted from up here. So let's look at the 4-hour real quick. Wow. I don't know what happened on that day, but super big move. Okay. So right now we are at a high. We have retested this high. If price breaks this high, it should continue bullish, but I would want to see a break above. It did not break above. It wicked out above and then it closed below. So I'm going to delete these levels here for now. Okay. But if we look at the market overall, guys, always look at overall. Okay. If I use my trend line here, we're still in a downtrend. We're still in a downtrend. We've retested this high here. Can we retest this high? Possibly, but not so much without breaking the trend line. I'm anticipating a drop over here. I'm not seeing bullish pressure. There's still buyers in the markets here because the candles are closing bullish. I could be wrong. But based off our trend line and how the rejection happened over here with this last high, because over here, this high that was created here tried to come up and it couldn't, just continue back down. This high broke this high and it's continuing up. But let's see if it breaks up and it comes back down. I'm anticipating a sell here. I'm not seeing it going continue higher, but let's see. Could be wrong, so let's see. So let's drop down to the 30-minute. Okay. Okay, nice bullish pressure coming up here. Let's look at the 15-minute real quick and see what the 15-minute is telling us. A lot of ranging, a lot of like choppiness up and down, up and down. So let's see. Let's go back to the 30 and let's go. Okay. All right. So we have this candle here that, again, another rejection. So one rejection, two rejections came down. I would want to see this low here get broken for me to take a sell. Otherwise, it's all buys from here. So if this doesn't get broken, it should continue bullish. If it does break down, it should come down. So let's see what this next candle does. Okay, we have a break, but a close above. It did not close below. It closed above my level. So still no trade at this point. Okay, we're still waiting. Let's see what the next candle does. Now we have a close below. Now we have a close below. Let's look at it on the 15-minute. There we go. So on the 15-minute, it was a cleaner setup because, yeah, on the 15-minute, it closed. And over here, we had a retest. Okay, price came up here and retested, and then it came below. So on the 15-minute, we would have caught this setup, but we missed it because we were looking at the 30-minute. So that's fine. No big deal. Price is retracing right at this level here, but I'm not worried about this level here. I think it's just going to continue bearish at this point. So you know what? I am going to take a sell. We'll keep our stop a little bit above here. Okay, 15 pip, kind of a big stop, but we'll see. Let's see for this trade. All right, should continue down. Oh, stop got hit. So price was just retracing some more. Price was just retracing some more, and this trade is a dud, is a loser. Okay, price retrace some more. Let's see if this is just another retest for it to continue down. It could be creating a support to continue bullish, but this did not break this high up here. It's still coming down. So let's see what the next candle does. There we go. Now we have the break. Now we have the break. Now this level is now invalid. So now this is our new support down here. Price is going to continue up and retrace. Let's see if it breaks this high. Now this zone that's here, it's an important zone. That's why I had it here. This was our daily. This was our daily zone here. So if it breaks this zone, it should just fly. But if it doesn't, it should come back down to retest this low here. So no trade at this point. Let's see. Retrace. So this daily zone is still holding. It's still holding. This should continue down. Still holding, broke. Finally broke through. Okay, now we have a break. It should come down, create a support, and then continue bullish. Okay, that might be our support. Starting to be choppy. What time are we in here? 7 in the morning. So this is New York session, so it should start moving. There we go. It's starting to move here, okay? So it came down to retest, somewhat of a retest here. And then it's continuing bullish. Okay, guys, so this was our break. This candle here was the break. Closed above, and then there's our move to the upside. So do you have a trade here? No, you still don't have a trade. Even on the 15-minute, you don't have a trade. You want price to come down to create a support to continue bullish. If you took a trade here, it'd be kind of risky because price could come down to retrace. And at that point, you'd be an automatic drawdown, so it wouldn't be smart to do that. You want to wait for some sort of support to be formed for you to take that confirmation to take the buy. And that could be your support. That could have been your support here to take the buy. So where would our TP be? Okay, it's retracing at this level here, which was our last level of resistance. Okay, so it should start retracing here for it to continue up. If this level gets broken, it's going to continue bullish. Okay, retrace. Now it's coming down. There's our support. There's your support that was formed here. That was our trade right there. This thing is moving a little faster than I wanted to move, but whatever. long position. Let's take our entry here. Big ass stop, right? But whatever, it's not real anyway, so let's take it. Is this a good trade? No. Look at our risk reward. Our reward is smaller than the risk, right? But we've already missed our entry. Would have took the entry down here if this didn't move so fast, but it's pushing up, so it should continue bullish here. Came back down, lost the trade. We missed our entry, entered super late, lost the trade. That was a dumb trade. Okay. So if you miss your entry, guys, don't force it. Don't enter without, much confirmation, because you could end up losing the trade, which we just did over there. So 11 o'clock in the morning, market is kind of starting to look a little choppy here. Let's look at the 30-minute. Might look a little cleaner. All right, so in the 30-minute time frame, we have a support that was formed right around here, and price is bouncing in and out of this area here. So I want to see a break of these levels for me to take some sort of trade. If it breaks above, if it continues above, I want to take a buy, and if it breaks this level here, I want to take a sell. Okay, broke below. Broke below, closed, and then came back inside. So still don't have a trade. Okay. Closed below, came back to retest, and let's see if this continues down. What time are we in here? 12:30. I'm not taking this trade. Yeah, I'm not in this trade at all. This is ugly. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm not in the market at that time, so it really doesn't matter. A lot of movement though. A lot more movement than usual. Okay. 6. So we're right at the top of London. I'm sorry, Asian session right now. So we're back inside this range here. All right. So we had a good setup at the start of Asian session here with the support that was formed down here. Okay. Support was formed down here. This was broken. Okay. Respect of the low, broken the high, and then it continued bullish. So we're back inside this range here. It should continue bullish and retest this high up here. I don't think this level is it's not valid anymore. So this should continue bullish. There we go. Yeah, continued up, and now it's retracing a little bit. All right, this low was broken, continue down. Okay, let's see if we can get into London session here. All right, 2:30 in the morning. So we're right at London session. Okay. So we have a little bit of a double top that's formed up here. Let's look at it on the 1 hour. Okay. And guys, this is how I backtest. This is how I do it. I look at it. If I would have taken a move, if I wouldn't have taken it. How could I find setups? What are my confirmations? Same stuff. Okay. Ay. All right. So we have this resistance that's now a support. So we know it's a strong level of it's a strong price area. Okay. But overall, still in a seller's market. This high wasn't broken, still in a seller's market. Okay, so should price continue bearish? Yes, should continue bearish. Do we have a trade yet? No. This resistance was formed. Stop loss would be too big. I need to see a break of this level here for me to take it down. And this would be my TP area right here. But I'm not in this trade here, guys. I'm just watching the markets for now. But it should continue bearish. And we are inside New York session now. Okay. So we are continuing bearish. Broke these low. Price came down and retraced, retest, and it's continuing bearish here. Could we have caught setups in here? Absolutely. But it's just 8 o'clock. So this is London session here. This should continue down to continue to retest this low here, and then look to retrace, or I don't know, we'll see. All right, came down to this support and now it's pushing back up. This should continue bearish now to retest this high, and there's our retest. Boom. So it came up to retest. Now what is it going to do in this area? We don't know. We're not sure what it's going to do. See what this next candle does. Okay, close above, came up, close above. Should come down to create some sort of support for it to continue. So you know what? Let's take one last trade here, and then I'll wrap up the video here for now. Let's take a long position, and I'm gonna put it here with a 10 pip stop, and I want price. If price comes down here, then it's activated and it's going to continue bullish. If it doesn't come down, it's not going to be activated. Okay, so let's see if we could win this last trade of this video here. So based off this setup, okay guys, price is bullish. We are in the overall downtrend, but currently right now, buyers in control. Buyers in control. There isn't a lot of selling pressure. Levels are getting broken because there's a lot of volume in the market. It is 5 o'clock in the morning, so we are kind of in the middle of London session, which is a super volatile session. So based off of those confluences, I'm going to anticipate that price is going to continue up at least to this level here to retest these highs before it decides what it's going to do. Okay, so let's take this last trade of this video, and then I'll wrap up this back testing session. Okay. And we lost the trade. Okay, we lost the trade. Price came up, never ever broke up here, continued down. It started ranging over here, and then it continued down. Our trade was activated, but our stop got hit. All right, and then wow, just a whole bunch of ranging in this side. This a lot of choppiness for this New York session. Okay. So basically, guys, that is it. That is how I backtest. I go over the charts. I try to understand what happened during those specific sessions that I trade. I only backtest a session that I trade, which is London or New York. I look for big moves in the market. I try to find out when those moves happen and what confirmations do I need to look for, and how I could have caught the move, and how I can train my eyes to see those same moves happening over and over and over again. Are you going to see the same exact move, the same exact candle formation, the same levels at the same time of session? No, it's all varies. It's all going to be different. But at some point in time, your eyes are going to be trained to see certain things, and you're going to be able to identify when you see certain signs in the market that are going to give you the confirmations that you need to go ahead and execute on the trade. Win or lose, as long as you follow your plan and you go off of the same confirmations, the same confluences, you should still see a lot of positive consistency in your trades, because you're following the same plans that you did on every single trade. If you divert from your trading plan and you enter off of things that you're not sure about, you're gonna end up losing a lot on your account. And if that's the case, guys, just don't take the trade. Don't force it. And if you're not always going to be super confident on every setup. If you're not that confident in the setup, just reduce your risk, or cut your loss. Cut it as soon as you can and reanalyze, or then just take it easy for that day, because it just may not be your day. Other than that, guys, that's how you backtest. Okay, you look for your pair. You study that one pair during that one session or 2 sessions, whatever time you trade it. You look for specific setups, and you wait for your confirmations. That is it. And you see how you could have entered on that trade. Once you enter on it, you just let it ride, give it the space that it needs to move around, to breathe, and then go from there. But other than that, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll try to do a little bit more breakdown, backtesting, analyzing videos to help you guys with your trades, with your analysis. Please like the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And also, my course information is located below. Please follow me on Instagram at SIMPLEFX. I thank you guys for being on with me today. I really hope you guys learned something from this video. I try to put as much information in my videos as I can to help out as many traders as I can. So again, guys, thank you guys so much for being on this video, and I will catch you guys on the next trade.